mind if you guys did. What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie. Welcome to the Nbs Show. Man, it's almost that time. It's almost that time. Drew Brees was inducted into the Hall of Fame. We had a couple of preseason games. Man, what up, C, man?
Wow, what's the deal, man? Your boy Mr. C, the trendsetter. Nobody does it better, aka the whole damn show. I'm here so we can begin, brother. Let's go.
No doubt, man. Real quick, I don't know if you wanted to do it as a topic, but man, watching Drew Brees get inducted into the Hall of Fame, man. I know you're a Saints fan. What was the thoughts? What was the thoughts behind all that?
Man, it was actually, of course it was I guess you could say emotional. It's emotional watching them because all this past week, all I've been seeing down my YouTube feed was greatest moments from Drew Brees, this game, that game, everybody putting up his stats. I saw something even today. Somebody said, "How is he not mentioned in the GOAT conversations?" Which is absolutely true, bro. It's ridiculous that he isn't. But like I said, it's as a Saints fan, you start thinking about. I just remember how it felt to be a Saint fan while Drew Brees was there, bro. Every year y'all made fun of me. Every year I said at least 12 wins. Bro, I was perfectly within my rights to do that every year with Drew Brees. It was not implausible situation to be saying that, yeah, we're going to get 12 wins because that we were damn near shoe in for 12 wins every time Drew Brees was behind that center, bro. So, except for a couple of 7 and 9 seasons. But outside of that, man, it was pretty much you could pencil us in for 11, 12 wins every year. And you start just thinking about how what they say, how the mighty have fallen. That's how it feels, bro. But I think we turning the corner on that. So I'm excited about that as well. So yeah, we'll talk about that in I guess another week.
Okay.
It's all good, man. What about yourself? How it felt to see Drew going to that hall?
It was. You find yourself reminiscing. You find yourself reminiscing all the entire journey when he actually went there, when Reggie Bush got drafted there. You're going like you're playing all through it when they won the NFC Championship game versus the Vikings. Bro, Garrett Hartley making the field goal, the Tracy Porter interceptions. Bruh, I just was like, literally, I'm like, man, I really just looked back his entire career and played it all through my head once again. And I just want to say thank you to Drew Brees, man. Because like you said, even though I didn't always agree with you about 12 wins, because 12 is high for every year. I understand what you're saying. When he was on that team, no matter how the defense was performing, you knew that the Saints had a shot. You knew that they had a shot. Him and Sean Payton was going to give you a shot to win that game. And black and gold to the Super Bowl, man. In my lifetime, I saw the New Orleans Saints win a Super Bowl. And that's awesome, bro.
And bro, like I don't know if you ever heard the I think it was the radio call from the Saints network, the Saints radio network. When Gary Hartley kicked that field goal to send us to the Super Bowl, and he was like, "Pigs are flying, pigs are flown, the Saints are going to the Super Bowl." I was like, "Dog, you ain't lying, bro," because you know how it is to be a Saints fan, man. Well, allegedly. The thing about it is, man, you can be as big a fan as you want to, bro, but in the back of your mind, you almost are just almost programmed in the back of your mind that I know we ain't going to no Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
involuntarily. So it's like it's one of those things. It's one of those things to where you want to believe and you want to have faith, but it's just a hard thing to believe when you were a Saints fan before we actually did it. And even that season, it was basically out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere. Nobody picked the Saints to go to the Super Bowl that season. Um, Even me, I didn't pick us to go to the Super Bowl. Of course I picked us for 12 wins, but I ain't picked the Super Bowl. But like I said, that's one of those things that not many people get to say, bro. If you're a fan of any team besides the the Patriots, recently the Chiefs, the Eagles as of late, or even in the 90s, like the Cowboys or the 49ers, you don't get to see your team win a Super Bowl. You know what
Right.
I
Right.
mean? So that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I can say. I plan on living a long. I plan on living a long time, bro. But I know a lot of people can't say what I can say. I got to see my team win a Super Bowl, bro, and that makes my heart feel good, bro.
Right. I add on a little bit to that. The fact that we were so say a small market too. A
Right,
small market team did it, and small market teams typically don't win. Championships for the most part. I'm not gonna say it never happens, but the Saints did it,
right.
and then when they made that field goal against Minnesota, bruh, me and my dogs, we got in the car. We went straight to New Orleans, bruh. It was,
Dog,
it was
dog, you ain't
pandemonium.
call your boy.
Oh, yes, I did. You was like, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Oh
But
nah, bro, you ain't called me. I'd have rolled out that night.
we
Nah,
went to New Orleans.
I was
Go.
outside my house screaming, bro. You you would have thought
Right.
we had won the Super Bowl, bro. I was literally outside my house screaming, bro. I was that hype.
And then it was real because me and a couple of my family members, we actually went to Miami.
Yeah,
That for the Super Bowl. We didn't go to the game, but we was in the city with the team. We was living it up, man. And when the Saints won the Super Bowl, bruh, I know exactly where I was, what happened when Tracy Porter made that interception. Like I can vividly tell you exactly where I was when it happened, bruh. And it was like, they really won the Super Bowl. It was like
yep.
I had to pinch myself, bro. They beat Peyton Manning and won the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, shout out to Drew Brees, man.
And I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I said, I even that year, like I said, I was outside screaming because we had went to the Super Bowl, but I was unsure, to say the least, of us winning because we had to go play Peyton Manning. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I was like, damn, boy, but at least we got there. I don't care what nobody say. We got to the Super Bowl. Nah, I didn't even care, bro. I did not care. So, but so when bro, that might have been, I think Garrett Hartley field goal was probably my best feeling ever in sports, even over us winning the Super Bowl. Because I think I had how you just I laid it all out at then,
Right, right.
not expecting to be able to go crazy for the Super Bowl, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it, but after when I knew the Saints was going to win the Super Bowl, I know you're gonna say I'm lying, bro.
When they got the
Was
onside kick.
onside kick, bro.
He
Point
was
blank
gonna say
period. Point blank period. I said, dog, we up for the win, bro. This is quick. This is crazy. I said, dog, and from that point on, my favorite coach of all time is and remains Sean Payton. favorite coach of all time, any sport. He just edged out Phil Jackson. But that right there, I said, bro, because to have the balls to do that,
Right.
dog, that blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. And I was very impressed with it. And from that point on, like I was sick. I was sick when he retired, bro.
I
When
know
he
you
retired,
was.
I was even sicker when he said he wanted to come back and didn't want to come back to us. I was like, oh my God. We sitting over here with Dennis Allen and he talking about he want
And he got the Broncos going up there in Denver, bro.
Yeah, dog, like that would hurt even more.
Yeah,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? But yeah, bro. But shout out to Drew Brees, bro. My son's name is Hunter, but had the Saints did this 24 years ago, my son would have been named Drew Brees Bryant, bro. I guarantee you, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. He celebrated his birthday yesterday too, man. Happy
Happy
birthday, Hunter.
birthday to him. Yep, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
I,
bro.
I I disagree with you on one thing. Hartley field goal for sure, but Tracy Ford interception, touchdown, pick six. Peyton Manning's driving, bruh. And when he jumps that route, I'm thinking to myself, bro,
Oh my
Peyton Manning.
God.
No, no, I swear to God. Hey, bro, we was on our little rental camper that we rented while we was in Miami, and we were watching the game. And bro, I tell you, when he picked it off, bro, and he was going, and he started pointing, I was like,
Oh
bro.
boy. Nah, I don't know. I might be wrong, bro, because I could just feel it right now. I felt a warm feeling come go through my body just now. When that boy started pointing, oh nah. I remember I said so many cuss words. My wife thought something was wrong. He come running to the front thinking I had hurt myself. I was because I just was, bro, I was going insane.
Yeah, bro.
Because we really was finna win the Super Bowl. Because
Yep,
game was over. I know they
yep.
had to get the ball back. I don't care.
Yeah,
Our
and
game
that
was
was it.
over.
Was like 3 minutes up in the game. I'm like,
Yeah.
bruh, when he picks six, I'm like, they're not gonna score twice in 3 minutes. They might score
No,
once,
but
but they ain't scoring twice.
I ain't gonna lie. I was scared though. I was scared, but I was like, nah, not even Peyton Manning, bro. He can't come back after this, bro. Not
Right,
not and
right,
not the way our defense was playing that
right,
second half.
right,
I said, nah, bro, something gonna happen. I said, nah, if he do, I said if he gonna have to throw it, and I said Sharper gonna get the next one. He gonna
right,
throw
right.
it, and Sharper gonna take that thing to the house. So so I said it's gonna get real ugly if they got to keep throwing it like that. But yeah, bro, that was one of the best feelings in my life, bro. Best feelings in my life. Top 10 best feelings ever. And I got 6
Yeah,
kids, so it can't be 6. It can't be in
yeah.
the top 6.
But no, for sure, my favorite play in the history of sports, Tracy Porter, pick six. That's just a biasness, I guess. Just because at LSU, you know that they can win the championship. They like, but just the Saints, bruh. We went from the bags on
But
our head, small market, to winning that Super Bowl against Peyton Manning, who's from New Orleans. It was like a storybook, man. Literally like a movie. So yeah,
yeah,
I think that's my number one favorite thing in sports history ever for me personally.
bro, and I'm gonna bring you back to this because I watched this too. Somebody had a like I said, it's been all on my YouTube feed. The NFC Championship game against the Bears.
Bruh, we was up in that game too.
You went to that game?
No, I didn't go to it. I said we were up in that game.
Oh yeah, doc, yes. And this is where it all went awry. When Reggie Bush caught that little screen pass
Uh-huh.
and he took it and he ran well probably like 70 yards
Yeah.
and he did the front flip into the end zone. Bro, I never
Eh.
forget. Dog, I was hyped. And it's like soon as I was like all hype, I was dancing and everything. Then when I said, damn, why he did that, bro? I said, dog, he been like just our luck, bro. They gonna come back now. And sure enough, bro, they came back and they blew our doors off, bro. I couldn't believe it. It looked like it was a fake game
Right.
because all of them boys scored like what 3 touchdowns in the second half.
Right,
I
it was
said,
crazy. They came, they did their thing. Shout out to the Bears. But that's not even the one that hurts me, man. 2011 against the Niners. Alex
yep.
Smith, that one, I felt like, man, bruh. I think low key, that might have been our best team too. We
That
didn't
I
win
think
the
it
Super
was our
Bowl.
best. I
That
think it was
team was
better than
nasty.
that was our better team. That's a better team than our Super Bowl team, bro.
And then you talk about when you think about Drew Brees, bro, that's how crazy you have to, you have to capitalize when you have the opportunity. That one we could have won the Super Bowl. I really believe that in my heart of hearts. The Vikings won. Oh my god,
Yep.
I was the most sick on that one. I don't think I've ever been as sick when I saw that. Bro, I wanted to break my TV. I was like them people that you see on social media, bro. I'm sitting there like ready to text Yvonne, ready to text everybody. Y'all thought that we was gonna lose because remember the Saints came back in that game. They went
Yeah.
down and came back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that one hurt, and then another one, the Rams one, man. You talking
That's
about maybe possibly 4 Super Bowls for Drew Brees.
bro. The Nola no call. That was the most hurt I've ever been, bro, in sports. I've never been more hurt in sports. Looking at that because, bro, you could even say the Vikings one. It was like it was just dumb luck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dang, bro. God, dog, how he did that, bro? All you gotta do is keep him in front of you. That's it.
Just
Just keep him
keep
in
him
front of
in front of you, bro. Like, what
you.
are we
Dog, it's
doing?
nothing. Just keep him in front of you. Anything else is fine. I don't care if he catch that long pass. Just bring him down. Push him out of
That's it.
bounds. Even I ain't
Right.
care. But bro, but the Nola no call, bro, for it to be that obvious of a call, like that obvious of a call, bro. I sat there for probably the next 10 minutes in shock. Like literally, I was at Cupid House. I literally wasn't saying nothing. Them boys was messing with me. You know what I'm saying? They was messing with me. And I was like, I'm just sitting there looking at the TV,
I think
like
I wasn't there. I might have been. No, it might have been that one. Maybe I
you
was. I
ain't
don't know.
come. You was supposed to came, you ain't come. I was the
Yeah,
only
maybe
one
I.
over there, bro. I was like, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, dog. And I'm just like I'm looking at it, I'm frozen, but I'm praying inside that we can pull this thing off
Right.
because we was beating the Patriots, bro.
I
We
think
was
so
beating
too,
the
but
Patriots. Dog, dog, I think it would have been a blowout. I think we would have went and blew the doors off the Patriots that year, bro. You know what I'm
man,
saying? Dog, it was just so bad. It was so bad. And then like when you look at the replays and you see the referee right there,
right,
dog, it's like, bro, I can't say I won't say that it's rigged, but bro, that if there's any evidence of it ever being rigged, that's evidence. And then
right,
the next
right.
year they want to give us the replay call, bro. We don't need. Who cares now? No, who cares now, bro? That when you needed it, that should have been implemented right then. They should have called from New York right and said, "Hey, look at the tape, bro. Look at the tape. Hold the game up. Look at the tape, bro." That's too obvious. But
Yeah, that was
it is
crazy.
what it is, man.
As bad as that
Shout
was,
out to
my
Drew
belt.
Brees. And
You're freezing up. Is it? Am I freezing on your end? Because you freezing on my
hmm,
end. You freezing on my end. Now you look.
what you
Now you
said?
better. You can hear me?
I'm frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I can
freezing a
hear
little bit.
you. I can hear you, but you're freezing.
Yeah, I can hear you now. You froze though.
That's how it is on
Yeah,
my end too.
nah, I'm good now. Yeah, like
You're
you
like,
freezing, but
yeah, the same thing. You
nah,
freezing too, bro.
yeah, man. Nah, I don't know what it is, man.
Uh,
All my bars up.
Mine, tough. Actually, in my daughter's room. Where the Wi-Fi is at?
Ah, boy, I'm right here where our Wi-Fi box is too in my office.
You're better now. You're better right now.
Yeah, you too. We good now.
Okay, all right, yeah, but
We
no,
good.
I was
Oh, let me say something too, man. shout out to our people watching on TikTok, bro. I had somebody hit me up yesterday, said, man, I was just commenting, y'all wasn't responding to me in the TikTok. And I was like, oh, bro, I didn't see it. I thought that
Yeah.
the comments ain't showing up on our end in our StreamYard or whatever. So I guess we're gonna have to log into the TikTok too to be able to respond. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I don't see the comments at all. And either my apologies on my front because I don't see no comments.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. He said, man, I was going off in there. He said I just start messing with y'all since y'all wasn't responding. I said, I said, bro, we couldn't see it at all. I said we couldn't
Yeah,
see it at all, man.
I had a girl tell me with one
But
of my teachers. She said that she was like, "Thank you for defending the W," because the other two guys were just hating on the W. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hold it down."
tell you wouldn't have to defend it if they play better, bro.
Oh,
I,
here he go. Here
I'm
he
just gonna be
go.
real with you, man.
Here
I,
we go.
that's all I wanted. I just wanted to play better. But no, man. And one more thing about Drew Brees, bro. Drew Brees, literally his whole entire Saints career, he played with he played with one Pro Bowl wide receiver, one Pro Bowl, one All Pro wide receiver, Michael Thomas, and that was in his later years.
Right.
He did a majority of that work. He did a majority of that work with Marcus Colston, who never even made a Pro Bowl. Now he should have. He should have. I will say that, but he never even made a Pro Bowl, let alone an All Pro. And Michael
Right.
Thomas, he made that All Pro the year that he set the reception record. But the thing about Drew Brees is it didn't matter who the receivers were. He was throwing to whoever was open. And he's the most accurate passer in the history of football. You know what I'm saying? I look. Aaron Rodgers stole an MVP from him one year. At the age of 40, he finished second in MVP voting. Came to Patrick Mahomes, I believe that was that year. But dog, the things that he did in a Saints uniform were unbelievable, bro.
It
Unbelievable.
was. It
So,
was.
that's why when people say, people say Aaron Rodgers is better than him, no chance, bro.
Oh,
No
here we
chance.
go. Bro, we can
No
agree to
chance.
disagree, bro. I ain't mad.
Uh,
Listen, even though I prefer Rodgers, that doesn't take away from Drew Brees, bro. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, I'm
mm,
not mad at you for thinking that Drew Brees is better. That's okay. That's just a debate that we're having. But Drew Brees is definitely one of the all-time greatest quarterbacks ever. In the market that he won, like I said, the situation he was in, you have to give him all the credit in the world, bro. I have no issue with nobody thinking that Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers.
right, right. It's just one of them things, man. It's a debate. It's people can say it depends on what you're going by. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So some people we're gonna do a game later on, and it's called by the numbers. Some people just go purely by numbers. Some people go by their eye check. Some people go by a combination of both of them, which is what I do. You
Me
know what I'm
too.
saying?
Me
So
too. Me too. Me
yeah,
too.
so that's what I'm saying. Some of those things are just undeniable. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. Shout out to Drew Brees and um because I don't know if anybody else is on any of those teams is going to even go to the Hall of Fame. Any of those Saints teams, bro. That Drew Brees. Can you think of anybody else that was on any of those Saints? Oh, Cam Jordan, yeah.
Yeah.
Offensively.
That's gonna go to the Hall of Fame, you think?
Yeah.
Mm. Skill wise, I don't think nobody's going to the Hall of Fame. Not none of the guys that was playing skill positions. Colston, no, not Hall of Fame. Um, Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham, actually, I
No,
believe he
Jimmy
should.
Graham is interesting. I agree with you because I'm like, I know he wasn't the best because I wouldn't say he's
Yeah,
better than Gronk, but in a short span, you was at least looking at it and saying it's either Gronk or him. Like you
yeah,
was literally saying that. I mean, I was always gonna take Gronk over because I think Gronk's the best tight end ever. But that's not bad to say that you're the number 2 tight end behind the greatest tight end ever, in my opinion. Dog, I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna say Jimmy Graham shouldn't be. The only thing is, did Drew Brees and Sean Payton? I mean, I can't say that. I guess did they make him what he was?
yes. But
So
I mean, but look, like I said, for sure, a 3-year span, he literally had better numbers than any other tight end, bro,
yeah,
including Gronk.
he was getting busy. I can
Including,
say that.
and I'm talking about yardage, touchdowns, receptions, better than Gronk, all 3 of them. Now, I'm saying for a 3-year span, I think I only played with the Saints for 5 years, the first rip.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
And he the first year he was behind Shockey. He didn't hardly play. So the minute he started starting, he was a problem. So I would say he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I really would. Do I think he'll make it? I'm not so sure, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not so
I don't know. I don't know if he makes it in. He's just one of the guys that I think you're gonna say, man, he was very good. Like you might like, the younger kids, they don't know who Jimmy Graham is. Like you're just sitting there saying, man, he was really good, really, really good, and people just don't realize how good he was for that
yeah,
Saints team.
yeah, man. And if you would take, like I said, if there was a player that I would take for a year, at the tight end position, there are only 2 choices. It's Gronk and Jimmy Graham. And all of the other tight ends that are in the Hall of Fame, I would they can't. I would take Gronk or Jimmy Graham over any of those for one season
Really? Over Travis Kelsey.
over Travis Kelsey. I would take Gronk,
Wow.
Gronk,
Gronk, I'm
and
with you. Gronk for sure. Gronk to me, the tight ends I've seen with my own 2 eyes, Gronk is the best. But Travis Kelsey, see, over are you thinking Jimmy Graham over Travis Kelsey?
bruh, Jimmy Graham running that
Antonio
seam right
Gates?
over
Tony
Tony
G?
Gates.
Tony
Yes,
G?
yes, over them, over them, over. The only one that
Hey, see
you
Shannon
gave me
Sharp?
pause, yeah, over Shannon Sharp. All of them, the only one you gave me pause about is Travis Kelsey. Just being real, and because Travis Kelsey at his peak was just so damn good, bro.
But Tony G, bruh?
Yes, bro,
Bro,
bro.
Tony G was good in Atlanta, bro. Like with Matt Ryan,
I
them. Like he
know.
was good. He was really good in Kansas City, but he was good in Atlanta too. I don't know, bro. Tony G, you wilding with that one. I think I'm taking.
Nah, I'm telling you.
I'm not saying think. I'm taking Tony G over Jimmy Graham, bro. It's not.
Nah,
I
I
know
know,
the
dog.
athletic. I know Jimmy Graham's an athletic freak, but Tony Gonzalez would have been good in anybody's offense. We saw Jimmy Graham good with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Is he the same guy in any offense? I can't say
I,
that.
I'm talking about for one season. For one season, I've taken Jimmy Graham's best season over Tony Gonzalez's
Well,
best
he's
season.
gonna have some good numbers. I know that. That year he had all them touchdowns for sure.
That's what I was about to say, bro. At Jimmy Graham's peak in the red zone, it was a touchdown to Jimmy Graham. Period. It wasn't nothing else to call. All right, well, we inside the 10. Oh man, touchdown Jimmy Graham. I would walk away from the TV, come back. I already knew what the deal was. Bro. So at their peak, I'm taking Jimmy Graham.
I'm not mad at you for saying Jimmy Graham belongs that conversation at his peak, but for sure, for me, it's Gronk one. Two, Travis Kelsey, Tony G, both right there. Man, you disrespected Antonio Gates, bruh. Shannon Sharp is there. Bro, you wildin', bro. I think you just being ridiculous, a little ridiculous, bro. But I'm not. Hey, listen, I get what you're saying from an athletic standpoint. I agree with you. Like, dog, there's nothing you could do with him in the red zone. It was kind of like Gronk. You can't put a corner on him. He's gonna dominate him. You can't put a linebacker on him. That's not gonna work. How far you? Just don't jump high enough. So yeah, I get what you're saying, but God, see, I don't want you to be a biased guy or a homer right now in the situation, bruh.
Nah, it's just being real, bro. I can't, I'm taking them over all of them boys for one season, career best season.
Hey, to each their own, bruh. We've been on this Saints topic for a second, bro. We weren't even supposed to talk about all this, I guess. But what we got, Steve? I mean, hey, shout out to Drew Brees, though, man. This we had to talk about.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, go ahead and talk about Drew Brees, man. And since we on the football topic, man, let's go ahead and jump it off with this. All right, man. So we have NFL preseason has, I guess, officially begun because we had the Hall of Fame game. Did you check out the Hall of Fame game?
Not much, bro. Kind of like you like just have it on, but you're not really watching. I was doing a lot of work, as y'all know. I got a new role in my job. I've been digging deep into that, bro. So no, not like I normally watch football games. I'll sit there, have my food, my drinks, sit there and watch the game. Nothing like that this time around. Literally in my computer typing stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, all right. So that was and me just full transparency, bruh. I didn't know that the game. I knew that it was coming up. I didn't know it was on. What was it? Last Thursday it was on.
I shared it on my feed. Oh man, don't make me lie to you, bro. I swear I feel like I've been working day and night every day, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like,
That's
if
why
you
they
tell
pay
me
you the
about a
big bucks, bro.
PowerPoint, if you tell me about a PowerPoint, Excel document, hey, bro, I don't even want to see that right now. I'm like, bro, that's why I was letting you and Mike talk before. I was like, let me just walk around for a second and just get my mind right. But yeah, no, I don't know exactly what day, but I know I had it on for sure. I'm tripping right now.
But I put it like this, bro. I didn't catch a glimpse of the game. I did not remember that it was on.
Really?
Period. I was doing something totally different, and I literally been fiending for football so bad. I was pissed I missed it,
Yeah,
and
bro.
and that's just because I love football that much. And then during after the NBA season, I be going through a drought. It's frustrating, and so I can't believe I missed it. I'm okay because the team sucked that were playing, but I mean, I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on it. It ended up being a good game. It looked like at the end, but
Yeah.
um,
From what I saw Carson Beck threw the touchdown. Um, but I'm telling you, I really didn't pay no mind to it, bro. Like I really didn't. I turned it, not even turned it off. I fell asleep on my laptop, bro.
wow, you
Before it was
wilding,
even over, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I literally right before we came on the show, I just left the school, bro. I've been grinding, bro.
yeah, man. Hey, dog. If you don't grind, you don't shine.
That's a
Shout
fact. That's a fact, bro.
out to Mike Jones.
Mike,
All
who?
right. All right, man. So the question I have right now is it's kind of telling right now. The NFL preseason, does it even matter anymore, bro?
I think it does matter. I think it does to get those reps, bruh. Um, Especially from the younger guys, and from an evaluation standpoint, it matters. I remember. I don't know. I know you've been watching for a long time. You remember when Victor Cruz had those three touchdown game for the Giants, bruh? I was like, oh, they got something with that little fella, bruh. This little Cruz fella. You
Yeah,
evaluate, bruh. You watch the preseason games, and you say to yourself, maybe there's a hidden gem. Maybe there's a guy that can jump off the film, and maybe we could possibly keep him on our team, keep him on our roster, and maybe down the line he could turn into a Victor Cruz. I know that now I watched Victor Cruz score him three touchdowns. I was like, yeah, they got something, the Giants. So yeah, I do think the preseason is valuable, not only from a coaching standpoint, but from you just said it. You was feeding football, but from a money standpoint, people are gonna watch it, bro. We've been out of football for so long. I'm gonna watch. I'll have it on my TV. You'll turn on if you would have knew it was on. You would have watched the game. You miss football so much. You want to see it, and then from like a betting thing, now you can bet. From a fantasy football thing, you want to see. Okay, let me see this guy I'm thinking about maybe picking, evaluating from a fantasy perspective. So there's so many variables when it comes to this situation. I do think that the preseason is valuable.
yeah. I think that the preseason is valuable in a just evaluation. Um, evaluation for, I guess, I guess you could say, as far as the team. Of course, you got to see what you got. You got to
Right.
see what you got. I think that is very important in that instance because the you have your draft picks, you have free agents that are trying to make the team. But like I said, you might find like you said, you might find that diamond in the rough. Victor Cruz wasn't even supposed to have been on the team, and he ended up making the team. Not only making the team, he ended up being their number one receiver.
Yeah, but one
Um,
time, yeah.
yeah, so you got people like that. I can't remember. I needed to do that research, bro. I remember the Saints drafted a guy at running back, and Pierre Thomas ended up beating him out for a spot on the team.
Yep,
Pierre
you're right.
Thomas.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Who is the guy?
I can't remember. Oh my god, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do know they drafted somebody. Who was it? Damn, I feel like it was Ohio State running back.
Yeah,
Who was it? Don't make me lie to you, bro. Off the top of my head, I can't think. But I'll give you a different one too. Not a Saint. Um,
Antonio
when
Pittman.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
But
And I was
whenever
excited when we drafted Pittman that year. I ain't gonna lie.
right, but when Seattle signed Matt Flynn to that big contract, they
Oh yeah,
drafted they drafted Russell Wilson. Preseason went by and boy, we're like, boy, we started Russell Wilson, boy. We don't care nothing about all that stuff.
exactly.
So
That
so
boy didn't care nothing
it
about
does
that.
matter. Yeah, it does matter, bro.
But all right, let me rephrase the question. Does it matter as much as it used to?
I would say it matters just as much to me. Like I think that there's so many variables that it matters because like I said, from a team standpoint, that's evaluation going on. From a betting standpoint, anybody that plays fantasy football, I know dudes that don't want to draft until after the preseason
After the
so they can
preseason,
really
yeah.
watch. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm like, bro, either you know or you don't know. But there's
Yeah,
dudes that want
bro.
to watch the guys play first and then want to pick out the Victor Cruz and say, you know what, I'm gonna draft them. Oh, he was on my radar. No, you watch the preseason. He's on everybody's radar.
Right, right.
But then you, like I said, bro, you just it just makes sense, bro. Like people that's missing football, they just want to see some football, bro. So I think it's on all fronts. It's just great to have the preseason there. Now, after so many preseason games, you're like, all right, regular season, come on, we're ready to watch the regular season. But those that first second week, that's some good football. You want to see? I ain't gonna say some good football, but you want to see just because football has been out, away from you for so long.
Yeah. And it's only 3 preseason games now, right?
I thought so. Yeah, they changed it from 4 to 3, huh?
Yeah. So I think 3 is a good number if you're gonna have preseason games. I know that they was trying to add another football game, and take away another preseason game and leave it down to 2. I think if they do that, they need to. I think if they add another regular season game, they might as well cancel the preseason. Just let everybody figure it out in training camp. They shouldn't do preseason at all because 18 games is a lot of games for the NFL, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And then possibly playoffs and Super Bowl, bro.
The healthiest team. Look, I mean, I'm not even saying this. I'm really not taking a shot at my dog box office. But bro, the healthiest team ends up winning. Winning down the stretch. Daniel Jones was balling last year for the Colts, bro. He goes down and the Colts just fall apart. So it's just like that is a lot of games. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, man, I guess it still is relevant to have the preseason in the NFL. So that next NFL topic is, let's see who is going to finish tops in these divisions. Let's rank all these teams in the NFC East, and how we predict them to finish from 4 to 1.
Which one you want to
So
start with?
let's go with the AFC East first.
All right. This
I
is
think,
this is this is pretty simple. See, as far as
yeah, that's
from
why I
a
said
top two, bottom two, right? We know that
right.
the Dolphins and the Jets are finishing third and fourth. You can mix it
Right.
up however you want. Third and fourth, that's gonna be the third and fourth team. Um, I'm trying to think who I'm gonna lean on as far as the fourth out of them two. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the Dolphins coming last, bro. I know you go. I know you want to say the Jets. I know you in box office hates the
Oh, I
Jets.
don't.
But I'm gonna say the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins want Arch Manning, bro. I think that
Yeah.
they want a quarterback. I know they gave Malik Willis the money, but bro, they just let everybody go, bro. This team don't even look the same. At
No.
one time they were saying they were trying to trade Devon Achane, which what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? At that point, I'm just like the Dolphins don't care no more. So I just think from a front office standpoint, and basically what I've seen thus far, I'm gonna say the Dolphins come in last, but it ain't gonna be far off. The Jets will be right there, right above them. It won't be. Both of these teams are not making the playoffs, so I'm going Dolphins 4, Jets 3. Now here's where it gets interesting: the Patriots or the Bills. Both added big time receivers in the offseason. AJ Brown, DJ Moore. Dang. I give the Patriots the nod at a head coaching. I like Vrabel. I give the Bills the nod at quarterback, Josh Allen, slightly over Drake May. Boy, God. I'm gonna go. The Patriots have a hard schedule, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're gonna be close. They're gonna be close. They both might make the playoffs. I feel like the Bills keep letting me down, so I'm,
Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with the Patriots, bro. I'm gonna say the Patriots win the division.
Ready to the offensive line messed up a little bit. Said
I,
the O
I'm
line
gonna say
messed
the
up a
Patriots win the division.
little
Drake
bit.
May, AJ Brown,
We got
Trevion
Mark.
Henderson and company. Vrabel, the way they play football down there. I mean, up there in New England. I'm going with the Patriots to win the
Oh,
division. I'll say
thank you.
11 wins. 11 wins. I'll say the Bills have 11 wins too. They'll split during the regular season. But I'm gonna give the edge to the Patriots. I like AJ Brown, bro. I think AJ Brown's a difference maker. So I'm gonna go to Patriots, bro.
All right. All right. Well,
Oh,
you
and
said
hold up. One more thing. And I want to put this out there because I can't go without saying his name. Christian Gonzalez is the best corner in football. and the
Yeah.
Patriots have him. So
Yeah.
I got the Patriots, bro. And shout out to
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain because I love Patrick Surtain. But the reason why I'm giving Christian Gonzalez the edge, because even though the Patriots lost that Super Bowl, that boy
He
was
didn't.
special.
Yeah, he didn't lose.
In the biggest game in the world, well, the biggest football game in the world, that boy balled out. And they can't blame him for that loss. So yeah, I'm gonna go Patriots, bro. Both teams win 11 games, but the Patriots end up winning the division just by um a tiebreaker scenario that they have out there in the NFL.
All right. Well, I'm with you. Bottom two teams are the Dolphins and the Jets. And surprisingly, I got the Dolphins at the bottom.
Oh
Bruh,
wow.
the Dolphins are garbage, bro. They have nothing. A-Chain ain't gonna be able to run the ball this year, bro. He ain't gonna be able to run the ball. They don't have any kind of threat to throw it to anybody. They're gonna load up the box on him. And I'm not even sure. I mean, I don't want to say that. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I'm praying for him to end the year healthy. So I got the Dolphins at the bottom. The Jets take the third place. They only win about 5 games, 4 or 5 games, and that's good enough for third place. But then at number 2, I have the Bills.
Wow.
Moore,
Okay.
Moore is a great addition. It gives them somebody to throw to, but it's still not enough. The Patriots, I think they win. I think the Bills win 11 games, but I think the Patriots win 12, and they win the division. And I think they may be they're gonna be competing for that first seed, the number 1 seed in AFC again. So I got them winning the division. Drake May didn't have a junior year slump, and he does better. Um, I I just really think that they're gonna be better. They'll be better this year, better or at least the same as they were last year. They I knew it.
What's wrong?
No, Hunter stole my headphones.
Oh,
No, hey man, you need to jump on. We're gonna do the NBA in a minute.
All right, what y'all doing?
We doing best offseason move.
Oh, okay. I got a couple of minutes.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
Like, my bad.
yeah.
My bad. But yeah, man, I got the Patriots, Bills, Jets, Dolphins in that order. All right, let's go to the NFC East.
I want to keep it a beam with you, bruh.
Okay.
This is going to be the toughest division for me to pick in the whole NFL, bruh. This
Really?
it will be, bruh, because I am like so torn on so many different factors, bruh, of these 4 teams. Will Daniel shake back this year? From the slump. You know, he added Stephon Diggs recently. Scary Terry's still there. The Cowboys, they're interesting to me. I think they got a really good offense. Their defense has to play better. We understand that. But their offense is legit. Hardball to the Giants, bro. I think, bro, the Giants are sneaky good. They really are. Like, man, and then the Eagles, I'm gonna tell you, bro, like I'm not as high on the Eagles as most people are. I understand their defense can play, but something goes on in that locker room, bro. They're too talented, bro, in my opinion, to always have all those issues in the locker room. AJ Brown wanted to leave. They could try to make it seem like there was no issues there, but I'm a bit concerned about the Eagles. So that's what makes me concerned. Do they have the talent? Absolutely. But I don't know. I don't know. Dang. I think all of these teams are gonna win at least 7 games. Every last team in this division going to win at least 7 games. They will probably be close to 500, all of them. If not 500, maybe all of them are 500 at some point. Or I'm at the end of
Yeah.
the year. I really want to, let me say this. I really want to pick the Giants to win the division just to be like different.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
just say different, but I really believe in Harbaugh, bro. I really do. I think that he has the team, but they're just young. I think that that's why I'm a little concerned, but they have talent. Man, I'm gonna. I know it kind of sounds kind of like an oxymoron because I'm about to say this. I got the Giants coming in last, but that doesn't mean. Hold on. But that doesn't mean a bad thing. As I just said, all of these teams could be over 500. So they're gonna be right there. It's just right there. I'm talking about literally 2 games are gonna separate most of these teams, in my opinion. So I'm gonna say the Giants coming last, just because even though I'm high on Harbaugh, I gotta still see it. They gotta buy into it. I think Odell Beckham being there is cool. If Neighbors is healthy, that's cool. Scatterable, is he healthy? There is some concerns there. Scatterable and Neighbors, both two of your star players, are coming off of serious injuries. Odell Beckham hasn't played in a while. Is Jackson what's my man name?
Dart.
Jackson Dart. I couldn't think of his last name. Dart. Is he the real deal? So there's a lot to, figure out about that team. But if everything comes together, I can see them win the division. But I'm gonna say last just because there's a lot of unknowns at this point. Ooh, number 3. I'm gonna say Washington. But I'm not. Jaden Daniels, if he puts on his Superman cape, bruh, they could mess around and win it. So I'm a little concerned, but I'm gonna go Washington 3 just because I have to see it again. Stephon Diggs is there. He's coming off of a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, getting there anyway. Him and Scary Terry, that could be a nice 1-2 punch as far as in the passing game. But Daniels is the factor in this game, in this for this team. He has to be healthy. He has to be ready to go all season. I'm still gonna put them at 3. Now, 2-1. Oh Lord, I can hear the Philly fans. I can hear the Cowboy fans right now. Don't be a fool, X.
Uh,
I'm gonna go Cowboys at 2. If you said the Cowboys are gonna win the division, I'm not mad at you. If they don't do it this year, they have to break that team up. They don't win it this year, they have to break that team up. But I just think that Philly's just a little too talented, bro. They're just a little too talented. Yes, they lost AJ Brown. I get that. But I really like Devonta Smith. I really like Devonta Smith. I think he can come in and actually, put up big numbers for them as far as that wide receiver position. Um, Saquon Barkley's still there. That defense is still there. So I'm gonna still have the Eagles edging it out. I'll say the Eagles win 10 games and win the division, but it's gonna be close. I said the Cowboys probably like at 9 games, and the Commanders and the Giants close to that 8-9 game. I'm gonna say 8 games, but yeah, this will be a very close division. But I got the Eagles winning it, bro.
okay. All right. We see it fairly similar. But at the bottom of the division, I do have the Giants. I think they're gonna be good next year,
Okay.
but not this year. I think they still got it. They still got they got to put it together. And plus, Scatterbull, he's coming off that injury. He did you see him try to hit the backflip, bro?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
said,
did.
bro, if I was the Giants, I'd have told him, hey, bro, if I ever see you doing anything else like that again, and it's not on this football field, bro, you're gonna get cut. We're gonna find you. I would have fined you for that. But Malik Neighbors still isn't even back in camp yet. They're saying that injury is a little bit worse than they thought, and it's not healing up right. So that's like one of them things that you gotta take into account. because I'm sorry, old Odell Beckham is not going to replace Malik Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I know they both went to LSU and they both was calling their day, but Odell's not going to be able to replace Malik Neighbors right now. So I think that's a good story, but it's not enough. So they end up fourth. Third, here's where it gets interesting with me. I have, look, Philly, y'all got LeBron. Congratulations. Now the Eagles are third. The
Wow.
Eagles are third, and I'm not even finished. They will miss the playoffs. The Eagles finished
Wow.
third in the division and missed the playoffs. And then all of the stuff starts with the quarterback talk. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, is he done? Has he ever really been a really good quarterback? All that type of stuff gonna start. But I do expect them to fall off this year. I finished third. That brings us to the number 2 spot, the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
They finish at number 2. Jaden Daniels returns. Scary Terry returns to form with a healthy Jaden Daniels the whole season. They work together good. Stephon Diggs, he puts all of this off the season stuff behind him and all the controversy it was with him even finding the team this year, and he contributes. He's not going to have 1,000 yards or anything, but he does contribute. And finishing number 1 in the division, I have the Cowboys. Why? The Cowboys have all of the tools, bro. They have all of the tools to win right now. No, they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but they have all of the tools, at least offensively, to win. So if they don't do it this year, yes, they are going to break them up. And it's not even a thought. I don't even have a second thought about it. They're going to break them up because Jerry's not going to keep paying you boys to not make the playoffs and not win them. So, and Dak is not. It hadn't been Dak's fault for at least the last 2 years. So I think that he takes the opportunity. They win the division. I think he has a hell of a season throwing the ball too. So that's where we are with that, man. I got the recap on that. I got the Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles, and Giants. How you had it?
I had the Giants last, Commanders third, Cowboys second, and then the Eagles first.
Okay. All right. So let's look at see what they had the NFL predictions. Oh, okay. They had it like me. Had Cowboys first. Yeah, they had the exact same prediction as I did. I don't know about 11 wins for the Cowboys. I think they win a division with 10. Commanders probably 8, 9 in my opinion, and yeah, that's how they're gonna go. All right, man. Let's keep it going. Let's jump to the Big 12.
Yeah.
Big 12. Let's do our predictions. I want the top 2 teams and the bottom 2 teams of this conference.
Well,
And
okay,
your
okay,
opinion.
okay. Hold on. You say top 2 teams. I got a couple of teams that I really like that I think can compete for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more than 2. I think Texas Tech, obviously, Joe McGuire, them winning it last year, as good as they were. I know the Brendan Sorsby stuff is going on in the news. Well, went on in the news, but Will Hammond's gonna take over there. And then just the money, box office always talks about the money Texas has, right? Well, we know
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech gets guys to go to Texas Tech, so I think Texas Tech gonna be right there again. BYU. BYU was the team, last year was really good. They just couldn't beat Texas Tech for whatever reason. They could beat everybody else. They couldn't beat Tech though. So they're gonna be good as well. Houston. Houston is slick. Don't sleep on them. Utah too. I think Utah, they did lose Kyle Whittingham, but Utah brings back their quarterback, Dampier. That's right. So I think that they're gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna tell you the dark horse. See, you ready for this dark horse, bro?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Oklahoma State. The Cowboys may come back to relevance. They landed
New
my
coach.
boy Eric Morris, but they got my boy Drew Mestermaker to come over. Now, for those that didn't watch Drew Mestermaker last year in North Texas, let me tell you something. He lit it up as a freshman, lit it
Yeah.
up, and now he's going to the Big 12, where he has an opportunity to be in a lot of shootouts. Don't sleep on Oklahoma State. I am telling you, I actually put a bet in, see, that Oklahoma State would win in the conference just because the odds were so great. I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to take a
Hmm.
stab at it. Let's just see what happens. So, yeah, I got Oklahoma State as far as a dark horse. When the smoke settles as far as who wins the conference, bruh, it's Texas Tech, bruh. I'm not going against Texas Tech. BYU, shout out to them. They have a tough game this year against Notre Dame. I know it has nothing to do with their conference, but that can hurt them as far as making the playoffs because they still have to win this conference. Probably have to. They can maybe lose to Notre Dame and still make the playoff. But I don't know if they could beat Texas Tech if they was to play in a Big 12 championship game. So even with Will Hammond at quarterback, I'm gonna pick the Red Raiders to win this conference again, just because I think Texas Tech is one of those teams that we saw what they did last year. And I don't think it was a fluke. I think they actually build on that. And I think that Brendan Sorsby situation, they rally around Will Hammond. They play better this year. And I think Texas Tech, with all the pieces that they lost last year, will be right back here again, talking about that they won the Big 12. As far as the worst team in the conference, bro, I know you're gonna be mad at me, see. I know you're gonna be mad at me, bro. Don't be mad at me, see, bro. I think it's Colorado, bro. I, I know. People won't like that answer. I just, you know what it is? It's just too many question marks, bro. It's too many question marks for me. Um, I don't love them. I don't love them. I think if I had to say, this is just me, just off the top of my head, looking at all the logos, because I just wrote the little things I wrote down for the teams that I thought would win, that had a chance to win the conference. But I'm gonna say Colorado's gonna be not too good, and I'll say Cincinnati. Off the top of my head, I can't think of nobody that really stands out to me in Cincinnati. If you remember, Brendan Sorsby was there last year. Maybe they're
Hmm.
better than what I'm giving them credit for, but I'm gonna say Cincinnati won't be as good as they were last year. But Colorado to me will be the worst team in this conference. Iowa State's always straight. Baylor, I think, will rebound with DJ Lagway there now. So yeah, Kansas, can Kansas shake back? TCU, we know where they've been in the past. Arizona State's decent. So yeah, I'm gonna say Colorado for sure is gonna come in last place in this division, in this conference.
Bruh. I, I'm gonna get to the worst. Now I start with the worst. All right. The worst two teams in the division to me. Iowa State. I know
I know
traditionally.
everybody went to Penn State. I'm not sure everybody's gonna say, but I just think they're gonna be still. I don't know. Like I think Iowa State's gonna figure it out, bro. They might be bad, but I just don't think they'll be as bad as everybody thinks they're gonna be. Because the unknown is always scary. When you don't
Yeah.
know a team, you don't know what they're gonna bring. That could be scary. So I get what you said. I know, and I figured you would say that, but I don't know, man. I just think Iowa State's not a bad program. They're not a terrible program. They're just not a great program. They're always straight though. They're decent.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Traditionally, they not a program that you will put at the bottom of this division in this
Right.
conference. But all of that turnover is
It
important.
is. It's a lot.
It
It's
is
a lot.
important. And they bringing in a new coach. So he's got to instill his values. He's got to try to model the team in his vision. So traditionally, in the first year, teams they either react very well or they react not very bad, but it didn't translate right off the first year. So when I look at this, they bringing in what's his name, Jimmy Rogers. I don't think he's that type of coach I don't know much about him, but I don't think he's that type of coach to come in and take an Iowa State team that's never been a team that gets the number one recruits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be able to turn it around, or at least keep it to where it was. He's gonna have a couple of years to get this together. So I got them at the bottom. I think I got them finishing 16th. And bro, I'm embarrassed to say the reason why I'm picking this team to be 15th in the division. But strictly off of what I've seen on social media, I got Colorado at 15. Bruh, have you seen the social media footage of them boys? And they people call them some little boys, say they look like a high school JV team out there.
I never even saw that.
Oh my God, bro. I coach in my son's middle school. I swear those boys look like that's out there. They out there playing with us. I was like, bruh, how are they this small? And it just started making me think about what these players are saying after they leave Colorado. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about oh man, it's just so different over here. You know, not just at LSU. They saying there's a guy, I think he went to Alabama too. They're talking about how, the weight program and all that type of stuff is so different there. And you see what Jordan Seaton did as soon as he got to LSU. You know what I mean? So that was the biggest guy in a program, and he's gone. So I think just to compete at a high level, you have to have bigger players, and I think that they're not gonna be big enough to compete. And Dion can hype you up. I think Dion is a very good motivational speaker.
Come on, bro.
He hadn't proven to be a good Power 5 coach yet. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly think that this may be his last season at the helm as well.
And his health concerns too it has to take some. You have to look at that and say to yourself, okay, he's been not the healthiest he can possibly be. So I get what you're saying. I'm with you. Colorado, I don't think it's gonna be good at all this year, bro.
Yeah, and like I tell Box Office, man, when he talk about all them blue bloods, bro, them kids don't care nothing about no blue bloods. Them kids don't care nothing about no Deion Sanders, bro. It don't mean as much as it means to us. You know what I'm saying? So he can't get them recruits like everybody else can. And I think that this is it was cool for a year, maybe two. And now it's just going back to be a mediocre program with Deion there. You know what I mean?
Travis Hunter, it might have been more Travis Hunter being there. People wanted to be around Travis Hunter, bro.
Travis Hunter and Shador.
Shador,
it was so cool. You knew you was gonna get eyes on you. They got a player. He played for the Panthers now. That we know we would have known him if Shador and Travis Hunter hadn't been there. But yeah, man, those are my two bottom teams. All right, so let's go for the top teams. All right, number 2 in the division, I got BYU in the conference or whatever. I believe that they pick up where they left off last year, do really well in the conference. I think they, like you said, they only lost to Texas Tech in the conference. So I think they come in number 2, but they still can't get that monkey off their back and beat Texas Tech. I got them finishing number 2. And number 1, I got those Red Raiders, bro. I know they had the Brent Sorsby thing. I think that they were, at that time, they were really just trying to make their team the best that they could possibly be, but they
Mhm.
had something already there. So they don't need Sorsby to win the Big 12. Um, Now I will say this: the Big 12 isn't a hard division. I mean, conference. It ain't one of the harder conferences, in my opinion. But I do believe Texas Tech is good enough to beat them, and I think they blow through their conference. I think they finish their conference undefeated. I don't see anybody in the conference picking them off, man. Um,
Wow, you think they
I,
that good? Okay.
I think they're good. They mean they look good last year, and they look good this year. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look good this year. So I got Texas Tech. Like they got a big pocket. They got a big pockets over there. They didn't rebuild. They reloaded, and they got bigger pockets than anybody else in the Big 12. So I got him. I like your Houston pick. Um, I think Arizona State gonna take a step back. You know, because they lost their quarterback somehow. I don't know what happened. Um, but but yeah, I definitely got Texas Tech winning that division, and going on and probably losing in the first round of the playoffs.
Who's your dark horse?
Dark horse, Baylor, bro. I think DJ Lagway needed a change of scenery, and I think he does well at Baylor. I think he does well at Baylor. He didn't do bad at Florida except for against us, against LSU. He looked horrible. But I just think that wasn't a good place for him. He had a lot of pressure on him there. A lot of people don't even know he's at Baylor right now. I was watching a podcast the other day. They didn't even know he was at Baylor. And I was like,
Right.
well, I think he needs that. He needs that change of scenery, and he can go ahead and go out there and just be himself, be the quarterback that he's been his entire life until he got to Florida by himself. And that's crazy. He had to deal with a new coach. He had his freshman year. He had to deal with just being. He ended up starting, but he wasn't starting at the beginning of the season. I forgot the guy's name who was the starter at the beginning of the season, but he ended up getting hurt. And Lagway came in there and solidified himself. And then sophomore season, he just had a rough time, man. So now what he got 2 more years of eligibility, right?
Mhm.
I think if he goes there and he does what he's supposed to do, he can fight his way back into draft first round draft pick um first round draft pick consideration, because right
Is
now that's out of the question.
is there anybody in the conference that you think could be a Heisman? I don't want to say candidate, but maybe a dark horse. Or do you think there is a Heisman candidate in here?
I don't think there's a Heisman candidate in there.
Well,
I
who would you
can't I
say?
can't
You think Lagway is a dark horse, maybe?
I want to say him, but I don't think he's a dark horse for Heisman, bro. I don't think he's gonna have that type of year. I just think he'd
Okay.
have a better year.
I think if there's some guys, I'm just gonna throw some people out there. Drew Mestamaker. If Oklahoma State was to win this conference after the year they had last year, him and Eric Morris, bro, they would get praised like kind of like what is happening in Indiana right now. You know,
What Messi did at North Texas was amazing.
right. So that's what I'm saying. Mestamaker comes out and he has another huge year, but this time in the Big 12, I think he has a shot. Bear Bakamar from BYU. I think he has a shot. He balled out as a freshman. Um, if he can take that next step for BYU and they can overthrow Texas Tech, then yeah, I think he has a shot. And then finally, Will Hammond. If that offense could give something to that defense, the last year the offense, bruh, they were horrible, bruh. If they couldn't run the football, if they could run the football, they were solid. But as far as passing the ball, I didn't think they were great. And which hints why they were trying to get Brendan Sorsby, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Sorsby. Um, if Will Hammond can show that he can pass the ball and move the ball in this offense, I think that maybe, bruh, he could be a dark horse. Because when you're good, when your team is really good and you get a lot of wins, you always have a shot at maybe getting your name into that Heisman race. So I think those three guys are probably the guys that I would probably lean towards. Wigman from Houston. I don't know how I feel about him. He was okay at Texas A&M. A lot of hype coming in, but I don't know if he's a Heisman type guy. I think the three guys I named, if one of those teams was to win the Big 12 and they ball out, I think I could see them possibly being a dark horse or even getting the invite if they really go crazy. I really want to take Oklahoma State, Jesse, but I'm not gonna be like crazy out the gate with it. Like first year, I'm taking Oklahoma State.
Nah, man, I can't see it, bro. Um, I the I don't think this person is definitely not a Heisman candidate to me. But I'm interested to see what Julian Lewis does in Colorado. Highly talented, talented freshman coming in, and he's getting an actual opportunity this year to show what he can do. And I think he's probably all they have over there in Colorado. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do.
If Colorado was, what would be a successful year to you at Colorado? Like you would look at him and say, you know what, y'all shouldn't even be mad about that. Y'all did way better than we expected.
How many wins did they get when Shador was there? They
Like
max
eight.
wins.
Yeah, like
Eight.
eight or yeah, something like that.
If they can get 8 wins, that won't be enough to win a conference, but it's enough to where Dion can keep his job, if his health allows it, and they should be happy.
Okay,
They should be happy.
I won't go eight. I won't go eight with you. I don't think they need to win 8 games because I think that people think that they're gonna maybe win 2 games. I think they can get to 500. But when I say 500, competitive 500, like we win games and we lose games just at the end of the game. But like we're competing. We beat some of the really good teams and we kind of dropped some games to teams maybe we should be beating. But as long as they're competing, they're not getting just destroyed. I think he'll be all right. They'll be all right moving forward.
Uh,
I'll say
I
six
think
and six.
I think 8 wins. They have to have 7 or 8 wins, maybe not 8, but 7 at least.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on, man. Let's take it to the NBA. You can't spell NBA without Hunter Nathaniel Brown.
Oh, the
HNB
hunter,
Hoops. What up with it,
the hunter.
What's good, man? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Oh man, the hunter. What
man?
up, man?
Nothing
All
much,
right.
man. King to talk hoops.
All right, man. We ain't gonna keep you long, man. We ain't gonna keep you long. We just gonna jump in this thing and we're gonna start talking quick about NBA off season. Off season's been really, really busy in the NBA. In your opinion, what team, it could be a team or player, has made the best moves this off season?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I'm gonna shock y'all when I say shock y'all because y'all gonna think I'm going one way, but I'm gonna go the opposite way. It's the Philadelphia 76ers, but it's them getting Jaylen Brown. The fact that they got Jaylen Brown, you're talking about a guy that is arguably one of the best players in the league, an MVP candidate in his prime. Like to land him, like Braun is the cherry on top. Like
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown in Philly, dog, that is crazy. And you gave up Paul George, who's really, let's be honest, That's no disrespect, because I like Paul George, but he's really on his
That's
way out.
big disrespect, bro.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying he's on his way out. He's a role player in Boston now. He's gonna have to be a role player. He's not gonna have to be the man. That's Jason Tatum's team. But you got a guy that's gonna be a role player in Boston, where you got a guy that can be the guy for your organization in Jaylen Brown. So I think by far, I don't even think there's another situation that, because even if you name, like, I'm going to use one example, Giannis. Giannis is one of the best players in the league, but he's coming off of injuries. He's been nicked up. Jaylen Brown is ready to go right now. like that is my thing. So I just think that Philadelphia, man, they're a winner, and they've had the best offseason because they got LeBron James, and I just mentioned that they got a guy that's an MVP type candidate. So they got the cherry on top. I don't know why they got Steph Curry. I feel like they got Steph Curry now. Look at this. Why did Steph Curry get there? What are we doing? Steph Curry's in Philly too. Golly. but no, all jokes aside, Jaylen
That
Brown.
doggone AI is a fool, bro.
Hey, man, Jaylen Brown to a team that couldn't finish for so long. I just think, bro, that is incredible. And then, like I said, Braun being the cherry on top. I can't. There's no move that I can sit here and truthfully say was a better move for any other team or any other franchise than Jaylen Brown going to the Sixers and then Braun being the cherry on top.
Okay. Hoops, what you got, man?
I definitely agree with that. Being the 76ers had the best offseason. And yes, LeBron is the cherry on top, like you said. Jaylen Brown is just an outstanding player on both sides of the ball. We seen how good he played in the finals against Luka and the Mavericks. He was a big part of why that's why he won the Finals MVP, because of his defense and his offense, but mostly his defense on Luka Doncic. He competes on every side of the ball every single game, and as you seen last year, led the Boston Celtics to the 2 seed. And it was expected to miss the, like, this would be it'll be like a little, I guess, not even contending year. They just was going to try to see if they get some picks next year in the a top pick in the draft. But no, he led his team to the second place in the East. They had their playoff run ended bad. They blew a 3-1 lead to the 76ers, who he's now joined. But I mean, Joel Embiid came back. They was a totally different team. But I think that he's definitely the guy over there now. I know Tyrese Maxey is kind of his team, but whenever it's time to go get a bucket for the last shot, I think we're giving it to Jaylen Brown. Especially if we only need a 2-pointer. That's the guy. And LeBron coming in there running the point. That's what he said is gonna happen. What more could you ask for? Because we know last time he did that, he led the league in assists.
And to add to one more thing, LeBron doesn't go if Jaylen Brown's not there. He's not going to team up with Paul George.
No way. No way.
So that's why it's Jaylen Brown, bro.
All right. So I hate when we all agree about something, but this is almost a no-brainer. It just kind of proves that we do no ball over here. Best move. The best move of the offseason was the Philadelphia 76ers. It is for the exact same reason. I hate that X went first because it sounds like we just echoing him. Jaylen Brown is the reason that they had the best offseason. But LeBron James, he solidified them having the best offseason because
sure.
I think that they were still. I don't think that they were better than the Knicks just by adding Jaylen Brown. I don't think that they just put them in front of the Knicks as the best roster on paper. But when you added LeBron, it was like, okay, Philly got the best roster on paper. As long as they stay healthy, then you have to start putting those caveats in. As long as they stay healthy, they're gonna have the best they're gonna have the best roster. So, do I think they're better than the Knicks right now? On paper, yes. I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm a LeBron fan before them. Before I'm a Knicks fan. So yes, I absolutely think they have the best roster, and I think they had the best chance to come out the East right now. But it would be a 7-game series if they played the Knicks. What I can't wait to see though is them play the Celtics. Jaylen Brown is gonna go for 40 at least every time he plays. So
take the over.
yeah, man, and it's going to be his job, his pleasure to lock up Jason Tatum. That's and the game in Boston, my God, it's gonna be ridiculous, bro. It's gonna be ridiculous. And I don't know if y'all heard. Did you hear Tatum take a little shots at him? He was talking at a camp, talking about I don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, blah 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 blah, and all that other stuff. And this is right after Jaylen Brown said he's the smartest guy in the room. So
I think that not getting that Finals MVP really hurt Jason Tatum. Because there's I don't understand why. Because he said Jaylen Brown even said they haven't even talked yet or nothing. Whenever he got traded, like, and then whenever he posted something on the his IG, his farewell to Jaylen Brown was like two sentences, and then it was versus some other guy. I can't remember the other teammate he had that got traded. That was like not really anybody for real. That was like a part of their team. He was just like a good teammate, I guess. He posted a whole paragraph. He didn't even win a championship with that guy. And yeah, I think he still heard about that. Yeah,
it was Marcus Smart. Yeah.
I think it was Marcus Smart. Yeah, I think he still heard about that. He ain't gonna never get over it.
Right, but it was so sad. I felt sad for Tatum when he didn't get that MVP because, like, that
last
call his name.
The last game he tried his hardest. He dropped.
Yeah,
he tried.
He balled out. That might have been the best Tatum game. And
I think Jaylen Brown still had at least 25 points and is still playing good defense. So you couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, man. I think it was right. I hated it for Jaylen. I was like, yeah, this is the wrap. This is a wrap on them. That's the origin story, the villain origin story of when Tatum turned to the villain.
But I'm gonna tell this. I'm gonna tell this though, bro. From fantasy perspective, I want Jason Tatum. Because I think he's gonna try to go crazy next year. As far as he's gonna try to show that he's the guy.
He averaging 30.
Oh yeah. Let me get Jason
Easy
Tatum on my fantasy team. Oh yeah.
I like Tatum in fantasy too. Yeah, I like him in fantasy. Only person I like, I ain't gonna say better than him, more than him, is probably Giannis. Giannis is going.
Nah.
Giannis is gonna be down there trying to will himself back to the championship.
Yeah, I like him too, but that boy Jokic.
Yeah, you gotta take Jokic in fantasy, dog.
He a cheat code, dog. Bron not gonna be bad either. I always be picking Bron because them assists, especially this year, them assists gonna be crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I think he gonna average a double.
Fantasy basketball league again.
Oh yeah.
Bro, the thing is, I look at Bron. This is probably gonna be Bron's easiest season, bro. Ever. Easiest season ever. Because
the East tough too, though.
Huh?
The East a little tough though.
Yeah, I'm just saying as far as what he's required to do on a basketball team.
Yeah, for sure.
He's it's not like they was trying to say, oh yeah, he's the third option on the Lakers last year. Okay, he was the third option. Who was there in the playoffs? Who was there in the last 14 games of the year and in the first round of the playoffs to get them past it.
Wow, it's 20 games.
Yeah, he still had to be that dude on the Lakers. You know what I mean? Now he's going over there. If he ever needs to be the guy, he can do it still, but he's not gonna have that problem. He's not gonna have that problem, bro. It's just simple as that. There's zero chance that all three of these other guys get hurt to where he has to be Cleveland Cavs LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was my biggest torture as a LeBron fan for this Lakers tenure is just watching him be the last man standing every single year.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis probably somewhat healthy that one year they hit the game winner on him in the corner, Jamal Murray, and we still didn't have enough pieces outside of LeBron and him to beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets were just too well rounded for us every single year. And then finally, the year that we could have beat them was Luka and AR because they never beat us with Luka when we got Luka. And guess who's hurt? Luka and Austin Reeves. So like, I felt Bron should have left like 3 years ago while he still had some more legs. Because
I think that this is going to be his last rip these last 2 years, and I don't want to see Bron ever to where he's barely dunking it, trying his best to get up there and dunk it. That's not how I want to see him. I don't think he's going to go out like that. But I think that that's the people that had the best off season. Let's flip it. Who had the worst off season?
I got it right here.
There's so many. Golly. Go ahead,
the Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
Curry over there rotten. I mean, I get the loyalty thing. I get it. But that's the price you gotta pay sometimes when sticking out with one team forever. He got his 4 rings though. He got what he was supposed to get. Now, just like I guess I don't know if you can want to compare it to when Kobe was going out, but they were terrible his last couple years, and I think this is about to have the same ending because they're not doing nothing with Jimmy Butler.
That's a good comparison. I never thought about that comparison. That's actually a really, really good comparison.
It is.
I think that they're about at the same skill level that they were at the end of their career too. I totally agree. All right, Sports Junkie, who you think had the worst off season?
I was gonna say the Warriors with them, but I'm gonna go a different direction just because I don't want us just to keep agreeing. I'm gonna say Cleveland, and I know that might sound bad in a sense because obviously they could, they're not a terrible team, but they can't get over that hump. And everybody and their mama, including myself, thought Brown was going back over there. and he ended up choosing the Sixers. And he even said like he wasn't gonna go if Jaylen Brown wasn't there. So they're mad at the Celtics too right now. Cleveland, like, I hate y'all. Y'all gonna give him to Philadelphia? So yeah, I think it's Cleveland. I just think that with Braun in Cleveland, that could have been a potential championship squad. This team will still be that team. I think that we just look at and say, you're a regular season team, but we don't take you serious in the postseason. You'll be okay, but you won't beat the Knicks. So yeah, I'm gonna say Cleveland.
Okay. And my pick. Who the hell are these guys?
Come on, man.
These guys are having the worst off season, bro.
Bro.
Dog.
I didn't want to pick on him. I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna say nothing about the Lakers, but
I'm just ready to watch. I'm just ready to watch them be the 7th seed, just so we can say this. What happens when Braun leads teams? They plummet.
Bro, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't know.
I don't think they make the playoffs.
If that ain't a GOAT debate narrative, if they don't make the playoffs, every team LeBron leaves don't make the playoffs. That'd be insane. With Luka
Yeah,
Doncic and Austin Reeves.
and like I said, I totally put that on them. I put that on the Lakers. I put that on the Lakers. You valued the wrong thing. They should have been trying to make moves to get to put LeBron in the situation that he's in right now. The situation that LeBron's in now, he should have been in that same type of situation in LA. They should have been putting people around him to okay, you got Luka, you got AR. Hey man, go find somebody else. Find another option, another third option to where I can have the easiest season of my life over here. But these guys right here, the Snowtime Lakers, bro, I can't get jiggy with that, bro. Those guys are gonna suck. And if there's anybody else that had a worse off season,
Oh,
this
come
guy,
on, bro.
this guy, and the Raptors, bro. This is becoming more and more ridiculous, bro. More and more.
Gotta watch some quiet dudes, man.
Yeah, bro. Dog. Let's talk about it. Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors. The trade still hasn't gone through, nor do I think it's going to go through. Now, I think
you don't think it's gonna go through?
No, bro.
I think they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. They have to.
They keep finding stuff.
Yeah, they keep finding stuff, bro. You know what I heard is going to happen? They're going to avoid the trade, and the Raptors are going to get their players back, and they're going to avoid the contract for Kawhi. So he'll be a free agent, and he goes and signs with Toronto anyway. That's what I heard.
That'd be insane.
There's going to be a very strong possibility of that happening. So the Clippers will be the ultimate loser then. But Ballmer, I understand what he was doing, bro. He's a businessman. He's paying him for jobs that he wasn't doing. Then it comes out Jenny Buss wild for that too, bro. You hear what she said? She telling about all the stuff that Kawhi was saying that he wanted to come to the Lakers. Kawhi told her he wanted his own private plane. He wanted a house. He wanted to pay for a house. He wanted stock in the Lakers. He wanted that under the table money like the Clippers did for him. And it was something else he wanted too. And Jenny Buss said she told him that all of that goes against the league rules. We ain't doing that.
I don't believe her.
I don't know, man. I think she might be.
I don't believe it because when he chose the Clippers, it was between the Clippers and the Lakers. And I felt like if he would have said he was going to the Lakers, they were going to do all that for him. Because if you remember, he's coming off the championship. Everybody wanted Kawhi. Nobody thought he was gonna. Everybody was saying, "Oh, he's the best two-way player." Even you was like, "Stop saying that. He ain't better than Bron. He ain't better than Bron." But I'm just saying. At the time, that was the argument. Who's the best? People were saying Kawhi was the best because he was coming off the championship. He's the best two-way player. A lot of people felt they were gonna give him that. The Lakers, they were gonna give him that. To team him with Bron, hell yeah, they were gonna give it to.
No, I think that they did. The Lakers did exactly what they was gonna do. They was like, "Nah, we just go get somebody else. We ain't giving you all that." From watching Showtime, you ever watch that series? That series Showtime on HBO.
No.
How they describe Jeannie Buss in that series? I believe she's a very shrewd businesswoman. She knows basketball, and she was like, "Nah, we ain't doing that." Like, you know what I'm saying? It's her daddy. Her daddy would have did it. Her daddy would have did it. Oh yeah, he'd still be a Laker. Him and Bron would still be Lakers if her daddy was still alive, but not her. So I believe she wild for snitching. Now that she's not in the league, she wild for that. But I think that's crazy for him. And I think they said his uncle was doing his contracts and stuff. his uncle then was requiring all that stuff. And the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, you already know he was gonna do it. He was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. To come to the Clippers? Yeah, yes.
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't he do it, right? Why wouldn't he? The Clippers.
Yeah, bro. And I love that about him too. I love him, but I love that about him. But yeah, man, it looked like it's backfiring now.
Yep. And the Lakers went on to win a championship, and the Clippers didn't.
Yep. In that very same bubble that they were supposed to, the Clippers was supposed to be went over there and won.
Yep.
We know why.
Oh, come on, man. Don't start no. Don't start little Hunter, little HBN.
But nah, man. What's y'all thoughts on that? On what's going on with Kawhi?
I'm gonna say this before I go. This is my last thing. I think that I don't think he's gonna be a Raptor. Just because they keep finding things, and it might make an example out of Kawhi. Kawhi, I mean, he's had a great career, 2-time champion, I believe, 2 Finals VPs. But you can't let him. I don't think you can let him slide like this. But neither him or the team. Even though the Clippers don't have much to lose. They don't have a chance of winning anything, but they're gonna be fine. He gonna have to miss some games. If they do let this trade happen, he's gonna have to miss half the season. There's no way they let him come back after 20 games. It's gonna have to be at least 35 to 40 games suspension, or if it's 20 games plus some money missing. You got to miss out on some more money on top of that, because y'all basically got Kawhi for a bargain, as we thought. Y'all paying him under the table instead of paying him plus that for y'all real contract to take away funds for y'all whole team, and y'all probably wouldn't have got those other pieces around him to even contend. So can't be doing all this cheating, man. Y'all gotta play by the rules, man. It is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry it had to be you, but you tripping, dog.
The fun guy.
Come on, man.
Board man gets paid.
I disagree with him. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna end up being a Raptor. They'll figure it out. I think it's actually good for the NBA for him to go back to the Raptors.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So I think it's gonna happen. I don't know how the logistics are gonna work regarding it, but whether he gets suspended or not, he ends up being a Toronto Raptor at some point soon.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man. I think it's I think it's over for him, bro. I think I don't think he's gonna end up being a Raptor off top, because the NBA just ain't. They don't do that, bro. They don't. They'd rather mess up something that'll be good for the league, like letting CP3 go to the Lakers, than doing something that would be obviously great for the league. So I wouldn't bank on them going there or whatever. All right, man. So hoops is gone, man. Let's jump right back on football. Before we get out of here, man, we're gonna play a game called By the Numbers.
Okay,
right?
okay. Let's go.
All right. So earlier, you and I were talking about 2 football players and our preference in them. And those guys were Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees.
Okay.
And you said it. You said you just prefer Rodgers, and I say I prefer Brees. And by the numbers, who would you say was the better quarterback?
Well, my thing is, I think Brees was more of a risk taker. That's why I like Aaron Rodgers a little bit more. I would say, and look, I have no numbers pulled up in front of me. Um, I just think that Drew Brees sometimes took too many risks, sometimes targeted Michael Thomas too many times, sometimes targeted Jimmy Graham. But if he had his favorite target, I felt like he was gonna throw it to him, even if it was like triple coverage. That's my issue. But like I'm literally hair picking right now, right? Because I think they were both great. I told you that. But I just think that Aaron Rodgers, to me, just makes better decisions with the football, took care of the football a little bit more athletic. I know you don't want to hear that, see, when I say that. Uh, I know you hate when I say that, but it's
It's
just the
not
truth.
true.
It is the truth. And just pause, just a taller frame. So yeah, I'll go Aaron Rodgers, bro. That's just me though. And that's look, if you talk about who has maybe all time passing numbers, I wouldn't be surprised if Breeze has more yards. I wouldn't be, and I don't keep up with like individual stats like maybe like a you or box office does. I just know what my eyes tell me. I watch it. I make my own decision on what I think. I would think that Breeze threw more interceptions. Touchdowns, I would give Breeze probably the nod as well. Um, but I just think Aaron Rodgers, man, I like the way he spreads the ball around a little bit more. His decision making, if he has to throw it away, he's gonna throw it away. He's gonna live to fight another down. The way he throws the ball, I think it's just a thing of beauty. That's just my take. And like I said, again, a little bit slightly more athletic than Drew Brees.
Who would you say is the more accurate quarterback?
I would think, as far as percentage wise, you talking about?
I mean, just kind of really off your eye test.
I would think Aaron Rodgers was. Because I think Drew Brees
Um,
takes a lot more. Drew Brees takes. Oh, look, I didn't even know these numbers. Drew Brees takes
yeah.
a lot more chances, which is not a bad thing in some sense. But without even looking up the numbers, I knew Drew Brees threw more interceptions just because Rodgers will live to fight another day, and I would rather that. Like for instance, I'll throw another scenario without these two guys. People love Brett Favre. They love Brett Favre, and I'm not knocking Brett Favre, but I would take who's the name a guy? I'll tell you if I take him over Brett Favre. Brett Favre's a gunslinger. He's gonna try to fit it in. He's gonna try to make that, and this has nothing to do with wins or losses and how many Super Bowls. But a guy like Tom Brady, I would take Brady over Brett Favre just because Brady, he's not a gunslinger. He's gonna make the right play. He's gonna do the right thing. He'll throw it away. I would take Brady over Brett Favre, and I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would take Rodgers over Brett Favre. I just think those gunslingers is cool, but it does cost you when the chips are down. When every now and then you'll make that throw, and it's great when you make it, but when you don't make it, it costs you so much. So that's the only reason why I'm nitpicking at this point, though. I really am.
Okay. All right. So let's just get into it. So by the numbers, we can agree that that touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and wins are a good metric to measure them by, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so let's put this out full discretion. Aaron Rodgers didn't start his first 3 years in the league.
He sat that first year when Favre. It was like I think two, maybe three, something like that. Something
I
like
think
that.
he might have started his third year.
Yeah, it might have started his third year.
Yeah. So let's
Pull
just
it
say
up.
2 years.
Just pull it up. Just pull it up. It'll say when he started playing. I mean, you could. That's an easy Google thing. I mean, I could Google it if you want me to, but I'm just
I'm doing
saying.
it.
Yeah, it's gonna tell you when he started playing. His first season, I want to say he won like 8 or 9 games. Might have been six. I'm tripping. He didn't have a great year. I know he won at least 6 games his first year when he was starting.
He spent his first 3 years behind. I was right.
Okay,
Uh, so he started in his fourth year.
right. So you're talking about really? So you're saying he didn't start till 2009? 2008? I'm sorry.
I guess, yeah. I guess that was it.
So he
So
put up these numbers in that amount of time, which I mean, I get it's still 2026, so I mean it's still roughly, right?
Right. So we um we look at it like this. The the passing yards. Breeze finished his career with 80,000. Currently, Aaron Rodgers 63,000. Right?
Yeah, but Breeze is definitely much more of a Well, I'm not gonna say that. He does. I think the Saints were more of a passing team, though. Not to say the Packers weren't, but for sure, even like the Saints' run game is more of like a dink and dunk, throw a screen type passing game. Um, and I know you think I'm just trying to put it in context, right? That's all I'm saying. Darren
Mm-hmm.
Sproles, Reggie Bush, Alvin Kamara, dump offs, 80 yards, 70 yards, 60 yards, 50 yards. Even Pierre Thomas, one of the best guys to catch a screen and house that thing. People sleep on Pierre Thomas, really good
Yeah.
in the screen game. And
And even
also, I
Mark
think,
Ingram. Mark Ingram
right,
ran a good damn good screen.
right. And even this, I'll throw into put it in context. One plays in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The other one plays in a dome. That plays a factor.
Okay. Well, I hear
I'm
all of
not
you
saying
speak.
Breeze. I mean, no, 17,000 more. So I'm not.
Right.
I'm not saying like.
So here's my thing. All right. So we say that. All right. Let's go into who they were throwing it to. Breeze threw
What?
it to whoever was open. Can we run down all of the
You think
receivers?
Breeze threw? You think Breeze threw to whoever was open?
Yeah.
No, I think Breeze. That was my issue with Drew Brees. Not that if I'm really just nitpicking. Like I said, I'm not saying that he wasn't great. I think that sometimes he relied too much on Marcus Colston when Colston was there. Too much on Jimmy Graham. Not to say you don't throw to those guys. You got those, you studs. But too much to Jimmy Graham. Too much to Michael Thomas. Too much. It was literally the running back or the star wide receiver or the star pass catcher. So that might look like Reggie Bush and Marcus Colston or Pierre Thomas, Marcus Colston, or Darren Sproles, Jimmy Graham, Pierre
Hold on.
Thomas.
I'm gonna give you a little pushback, and I'm gonna agree with you on something. I will say this. I will give you credit for the Jimmy Graham. I do believe he was way too much dependent on Jimmy Graham. It almost was a good thing when Jimmy Graham left. It almost was a good thing because it was literally the running back of Jimmy Graham.
Right,
Uh,
Darren Sproles.
right, exactly. So, but I will tell you this: Devery Henderson, Lance Moore.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
I'm saying that do these guys? Why do you even know these guys?
that's a fact. That's a fact. But I mean, I can say the same thing about my man right here, Jordy
See who?
Nelson. What Jordy Nelson did when he left? Hold up, when he left Green Bay, what did he do? He did what Robert
Probably
Meacham
not.
did. He did what Robert Meacham did. Was
Right,
nothing. Now
right.
Devontae Adams is the one I'll give you. Devontae Adams is the one guy that I'll give you for sure. But Greg Jennings went to Minnesota. He was okay. He wasn't like Greg Jennings in Green Bay. Donald Driver. These guys wasn't great when they wasn't playing with Aaron Rodgers.
But that he had them in their primes too.
I, I'm just throwing names out there. These guys are. You could throw all those guys that you just named and put them all in the same category as the guys I just named outside of Devontae Adams. And if you're going to say Devontae Adams, I'll say this. Yes, Adams is better than all the guys Drew Brees played with. I'm not knocking that. But if we was ranking them, you go Devontae Adams 1. But is Michael Thomas far off?
No, but he didn't play with Michael Thomas, but what, 3-4 years?
Okay, but hold on. The next guy, would you say is Jordy Nelson or Jimmy Graham? I think you're saying Jimmy Graham. Am I
Man,
right? Come on, Steve. Come
I'm
on,
saying
Steve.
Jimmy Graham. I'm saying Jimmy Graham. I'm saying Jimmy Graham. Yeah, but
okay, and then after that, Marcus Colston. I can make a case that Marcus Colston was better than Jordy Nelson.
bro, he was. But here's my thing, though. At the time, would you have said that? They played at the same time. Jordy Nelson and Marcus Colston.
Bro. Marcus Colston was not. I think Marcus Colston's underrated.
I know he's underrated, but what I'm saying is league perception.
No, I think they're gonna
At
say.
the time.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna say is bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a very close. That's almost like a you pick them who you just like better. If you say Jordy Nelson, I'm not mad at you. But if you say Marcus Colston, it's not like it's blasphemous. Like we're not doing that. That's a here or there type of situation. The only one that we can sit here and truly say Devontae Adams is better than anybody that Drew Brees played with. And I'll make this case. What you said, Jimmy Graham in his prime, that's up there.
But all right, let's take off. All right, let's just take off Adams and Michael Thomas, and it leaves you with. And Jimmy Graham's not a receiver now, because
but I'm just saying he never played with a tight end that's like Jimmy Graham neither.
No, he didn't play with a tight end that's like Jimmy Graham.
And none of his running backs, in Green Bay, or none of the running I don't think they're better than Darren Sproles, Reggie Bush, Alvin Kamara, and those boys.
I forget who his running backs were, but he did have some good running backs, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't remember who he had. That's the whole point of
he had Fat Lacey, man. Boy had Fat Lacey.
Come on, bro. Exactly. And I'm not gonna say Fat Lacey. You're saying that. I'm gonna say Eddie Lacey. I'm gonna be respectful of me. But I'm just simply saying, he had Mark
lost me in fantasy football. He lost me a fantasy football championship.
No, he had Mark Ingram, Reggie Bush, Darren Sproles, Pierre Thomas. Did I say Reggie Bush or Alvin Kamara? I forgot what I said. But he had all those dudes at the running back position. I'm not saying, bro, Drew Brees is the reason why the Saints won a Super Bowl. He's the main focus why we won. For sure, him and Sean Payton. But I'm not going to sit here and act like Aaron Rodgers played with so much more talent than Drew Brees. I don't agree with that.
Bro, he did, bro.
Bro, you named Devontae Adams. Outside of Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson is cool. Greg Jennings, cool. Donald Driver, cool. But those dudes are not Devontae Adams.
Bro, all of those dudes were Pro Bowl wide receivers, bro. Everybody you just named me.
They were cool, bro. None of them dudes, not to me. Them dudes was cool. They were good receivers.
I believe Donald Driver was an all-pro.
He played with Favre. That boy was never all-pro. I don't believe nothing, bro. I don't have to even Google that for me. All-pro? Where? Ain't no way. That boy was all-pro during the time. The boys that was coming up during his time. Ain't no way. You talking about, dog, I'm going to just go back to Larry Fitzgerald's of the world.
Okay, Greg Jennings and Devontae Adams was the only Pro Bowl wide receiver that he actually threw to.
And Greg Jennings is cool. Jennings is cool. But Greg Jennings is not Greg Jennings is not better than Michael Thomas.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Devontae Adams, I'll give you that one. I'm not arguing with you on that. Devontae Adams for sure. But everybody else, dog, it's not like that. And I would make the case that he didn't play with as much talent as Drew Brees.
I don't believe that, though. I ain't going to say that. Jordy Nelson or Lance Moore.
But that's not a fair comparison. Compare him to Marcus Colston.
No, Marcus Colston was his number one. Jordy Nelson was his number two.
Come on, bro. Who was number one when he was there? No, hold on. Who was his number one whenever Jordy Nelson was there? Devontae Adams came after. Devontae Adams came after.
Greg Jennings.
Bro, who's better, Michael Thomas or Marcus Colston or Greg Jennings? I'm still taking Michael Thomas.
Bruh, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you saying it as a Saints fan.
No, bro, come on, bro. Come on,
There's
bro.
no
Michael
way.
Thomas?
There's no way in Greg Jennings' prime people would be saying that Greg Jennings was better than Marcus Colston, bro.
You think that? No, you saying Marcus Colston's not better than Greg Jennings in Greg Jennings' prime?
I think he was, but
some people would definitely say that. Some people would definitely say that. Oh yeah, some people would definitely say that, bro.
Bro,
you acting like Greg Jennings was like that, bro. Like, no, if he made a Pro Bowl, he might have made 1 Pro Bowl, maybe 2.
Bro, Greg Jennings accompanied with Jordy Nelson. That was the damn near unstoppable combination of wide receivers. Meanwhile, we got Marcus Colston and Devery Henderson over here.
Jeremy Shockey.
Quit bringing in tight ends. I'm talking about wide receivers.
No, that's the passing game. Drew Brees uses all of them.
Drew Brees uses all of them.
Robert Meacham, a first round. Dante Stallworth.
Bruh, and tell me which one of them dudes you just named better than Jordan Nelson.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
If you could have traded either one of them and got him Jordan Nelson, for him.
I think Aaron Rodgers, because I think Aaron Rodgers is slightly better than Drew Brees.
Bro, come on, man.
Bro, you tripping, bro. Bro, I do. I would rank Aaron Rodgers slightly above Drew Brees. That's not the Drew Brees. You're acting like I'm saying, bro, I'm taking Jameis Winston over Drew Brees. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Aaron Rodgers. Come on, bro. Now, I will say, this is me as a fan, right? This is me as a onlooker. As a coach, I would take Drew Brees. I can tell you that right now. I can agree with you on that. As a coach, I'm taking Drew Brees. I would. As a GM, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, but as a coach, I'm taking Drew Brees. Drew Brees just has this aura about him as a coach. I feel like he has and Rodgers has an aura, but it's like almost like I feel like Drew Brees' team will run through a wall for him. I can't say that about Rodgers. I would say that as a GM, I would take Rodgers, but as a coach, I would want to coach Drew Brees because I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like his teammates would love him. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers' teammates won't love him. I'm just saying Drew Brees just has this more of like a leadership, lead the community type thing. Maybe I'm being biased because I'm in Louisiana and I know what he means to the state of Louisiana. Maybe that's what it is, but as a pure just talent, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so I'm looking at. I thought I was right about this. Jimmy Graham actually played with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but come on, bro.
What what you gonna say? Jimmy Graham was washed up when he played with him. He played with him 2 seasons after he left Drew Brees.
Come on, Steve. Come on, bro. That was the same person, bro.
It was the same person. The only thing that was different was the quarterback.
Come on, see, bro. You have to be stopped, bro.
Bro,
what he did with Russell Wilson?
The only thing that was different was the quarterback.
Okay, but what I'm saying though, he was older too. That was different too. His age was up there.
Bro, it was a year after he left. He played with Russell Wilson. 2 years after he left, he played with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
You mean to hold up? You mean to tell me if he had still been with the Saints, he would have had them type of numbers?
He might have, absolutely.
Hell no, bro.
Okay, see, hold on. Todd Gurley. I know I'm talking about running backs. Todd Gurley went from being all pro everything to falling off. And I don't have to just name just the running back.
Injury, bro.
But all I'm saying is when you get older, bro, you just fall off sometimes. Peyton Manning went from being 5,000-yard quarterback to winning a Super Bowl, but barely having decent numbers to win that Super Bowl. I'm just saying, years pass by, you're just not the same guy no more, man.
I'll put it this way. That same guy without Drew Brees, when he came back to the Saints, had like 6 touchdowns that year.
But they had chemistry. Him and Drew Brees played together, bro.
What I'm saying is Drew Brees was gone. He got that with Derek Carr.
Man, come on, bro. Bro, you disrespecting Aaron Rodgers right now. You see, I'm at least respectful. I'm just nitpicking based on, and I'm giving fair examples to why I would take Rodgers over him. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just calling like I see it. I'm a Saints fan. I know you don't want to believe that, see? I am a Saints fan. Who that? Black and gold to the Super Bowl. Jordan Tyson. Hey, don't draft my young bull neither in fantasy. Hey, leave him alone.
Get your money up. Get your money up.
But I'm just calling like, bro, when I say something, I really analyze it, and I think of it like a draft pick. I always put myself as like a GM. Who would I take and why? If I was strictly going up for talent, I would take Aaron Rodgers. That's not knocking Drew Brees. That's just where it's at. And I said why, because I think Drew Brees is more of a risk taker. And I didn't see your graphic, but dog, 100 and what, 32 more interceptions? Man, come on, bro.
Yeah. I mean, hey, but it evens out. Look at he got 68 more touchdowns.
Yeah, but that okay, so touchdown to interception ratio is way better on Aaron Rodgers. Way better.
I take, let me tell you something. 68.
No. Come on, bro. Come on, C, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You see, you making me do this. See, that's what you're doing. You doing
it. 68 times 6 is 408 points. I take them 408 points over them.
How many pick sixes are those?
Huh?
How many pick sixes are those, C?
Not many, bro. Come on. Bro. When have you seen? You ain't never really seen Drew Brees just throw no pick sixes.
Come on, bro.
We ain't gonna act like that. Now I bet you I'd risk. I'd better say that I bet you Aaron Rodgers had more pick sixes than him.
Hey, bro, he has more than double the interceptions. And like you said, he only got 68 more touchdowns. But he got more than double the interceptions. More. If I add another 111 to that, Brees still has more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers. Come on, C, bro. Stop, bro.
Nice. Oh, hold on. Let me chill out, man. Drew Brees is on 27 pick sixes.
All right, so there you go. How many Aaron Rodgers threw?
Guess.
0.
Nah, boy, shut up. Come on now.
3.
6, bro.
Okay, that's not. But bro, you're acting like like this is kind of like the Jordan LeBron argument. You know that they're both great. You're not taking nothing from either one. You're nitpicking at this point. You're looking at it as a GM. Okay, if I have the first pick of the draft, who am I taking? Why? Why am I taking this guy? This ain't no knock to neither one of them. I have to make a decision. That's why I'm gonna make the decision. If I'm as a GM, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. As a GM, I'm taking Michael Jordan. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not saying if you take Braun, that's just you as a GM looking at it and saying, you know what? I'd rather 6'9" over 6'6". I'd rather a guy that is more of a gunslinger, more of a risk taker, more is gonna, lead my community. I'm not mad at you, but you shouldn't be mad at me because I'm saying I'm gonna take the other guy.
No, I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying that the name of the segment is by the numbers. And by the numbers, it's really not even close. If you want to just dwell on the interceptions, okay, yeah, he has a significant amount more interceptions.
But you see, and now you're doing what an old friend of mine used to do, and you're doing what box office does when he wants to be right. See, and people that kind of skew the numbers, but you're not plugging in everything though, bro. You're not plugging in everything because
now before we started, I said, would you agree that passing yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and wins is a good metric to back?
That is a good one. That's not the only metric though. That's
no, I mean, bro. Of course, you can find other little things. Like I guarantee you, I can find you just as much, if not more, that Drew Brees is better by the numbers than Aaron Rodgers is.
Absolutely, but we can go. We can go playoff wins. We can go Super Bowl win. Well, they both have one, so
Yeah.
I mean that's neither here nor there. Um, but I'm just throwing other things out there. Who has Brees might have more rushing touchdowns too because he has them 1 yard over the over the line. I don't know. It's
Because he's
close.
more athletic.
Come bro, stop. See, you off the chain, bro. You off the
Now,
chain.
hey, bro, I'm just saying, man.
I'm telling you what I think. There's no knock to Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees. Shout out to him, man. Who that nation? What up? Just off of my eye test alone, bro. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Man, hold on. Let me.
Like you want to get some more numbers.
No. I'm actually. This is gonna help your point. I just want to be accurate. So I just looked at something at the bottom that
That's since
Pittsburgh.
2024. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make sure everything is completely accurate. But it still leans more toward my point, bro. Let's go. All right. So let's look at it, right? The passing yards.
I told you I knew you would have that. I'm not mad at that.
Right, touchdown passes, right? So let's look at it. So he sat for the first 3 years. So the 18,000, well, about 17,048 yards more. Well, nah, damn. Is down at 18,000, 17,000 something.
Yeah, we don't have the exact number, but we good.
Let's just say 17,000, right?
Right, 16 more touchdowns. I get it. I get what you're saying. 130 more interceptions. We
So
good.
I'm
We
just
good.
saying. I'm just saying to catch him in passing yards, and just to give him those 3 years back, right? He would have had to average more than 5,000 yards a year.
Right. And that's not an easy task. He probably doesn't catch Drew Brees in that
Right.
aspect for sure. Drew Brees.
He literally has no 5,000 yard passing.
So yeah, I agree. I don't think he catches Drew Brees on yards at all.
Okay. Touchdown
3
pass, 68, right? So
in 3 years he can catch him in that. He can catch him in that.
But he would have to catch him in these last 3 years of his career.
Yeah, obviously he ain't gonna catch him now. And I told you I'm off on the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. I just think that he's past. But if you go on earlier Aaron Rodgers, I would say that he has a chance to catch him. He's not gonna catch him though. He's not gonna catch him in that either.
Well, even if we went the first 3 years of his career, if he had just came in as a starter.
Yeah, but 20. I think 20 touchdowns is reasonable. I think you can get 20.
20 his first 3 years.
Yeah, I think he can get more than 20. I think 25. That's not what did Tyler Shuck had last year?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying. I just don't think 20 is like, oh my God, that can't happen. Like 20 is reasonable. It can happen.
Yeah, it can, but it have to have like 22. Because it's 68.
But the third season, he's gonna have up north of 30, bro.
Well, we don't know. It's rookie year, he could have been terrible, bro.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think he greatly benefited by sitting behind Favre for a couple years.
Maybe so. You're right.
All right, we're not gonna even talk about the interceptions because
he's not catching Drew Brees in that. Yeah. even with him being completely out of it this year, he's not catching Drew Brees.
Career wins, he would have to get
5 and 5 the next couple of seasons.
Yeah.
He can do that. That's definitely obtainable as well. In 3 years, he's only gonna probably play. This is his last season. He can actually catch him in one season if he does box office things. When box office things gonna do, you should catch him.
So he can catch him in that. But okay, so let's just say
that's 2 and 2.
if he catches them in that,
Right.
right? If he catches them in that, the he would have to beat him. Like, say he gets 12 wins, then he beats him by 2, right?
Right.
That doesn't out trump the passing yards and the touchdowns.
Wins should be the number one thing. Wins should trump everything.
Wins could trump anything when they end up being a Super Bowl win.
Well, no, I think if you're the most winningest quarterback in, I'm not saying years, but I'm just saying that would play more like if you let's just say like we had player A, player B, and I said player B has the most yards in NFL history, but player A has the most wins in NFL history. I'm going off of player A first. I don't even know who he is. If you have the most wins, like that trumps
That's in the
everything.
history, but if we talking
No, but
about
I'm
just
just
two
using.
people,
But I'm saying those two players. If you say one has more wins, the other has more yards, I would say, well, okay, wins to me trumps it a little bit over passing yards.
it's all circumstantial to me, bro. To be honest with you,
It is because you still gotta look at all the other variables. But I'm just saying, if you asking me, wins would be my top, and then I would go after wins. I would probably go touchdown interception ratio. What's your touchdown ratio to your interceptions? And then I would probably go yards because yards can be so skewed. Look at Jameis Winston, over 5,000 yards. Eli Manning, over 5,000 yards. But you're throwing just as many interceptions as you are in touchdowns. That plays a factor in for me. So I would say wins, touchdown, interception ratio, yards, and then what else you have on here? That's it. On here. That's what.
yeah.
Then of course, things that trump all that is Super Bowl wins, postseason wins. Of course, those things are higher than all that. But I'm just saying, strictly, my first thing would be wins on my pyramid. If we was talking about end all be all, that's why Brady's the best. Can we make a case that if you wasn't talking about Super Bowls, that Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, these guys ain't right there with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the reason why Brady trumps all of them is because of wins. If he has the wins, it don't matter what you got. He got those, and it's just a little different.
I look at it, and I mean, but some things are just exceptional to me. Drew Brees has 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons.
Right.
That's amazing. That's
It
something
is.
that isn't even the closest person to him is Peyton Manning, and he has 2.
Right.
So that's why I say that's more impressive than quote unquote wins, I guess you could say. But I just look at I look at that when you do something historical like that, that trumps a win. Because to me, no matter what it is, wins is still a team stat. Wins
I
is
agree. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that to a certain extent, for sure. For
so if I'm
sure.
so when I'm talking just when I'm talking about a individual versus individual, I take wins into consideration when all things are equal. You know what I'm saying? But that if you picking like even with Breeze being up 10 wins, right?
Right.
I'm not really even tripping. Like that's not a
That's
big,
not your end all be all. That's like
yeah,
kind of
that's not
like Terry Bradshaw might have a lot of wins, but his teams were so stacked, so that you're
yeah,
not gonna sit there and say that you're not in a conversation with these guys.
right, exactly. So,
Right.
like I said, I just look at it by the numbers, Drew Brees is better. If we just being real.
It's the way you looking at it.
But I'm looking at these numbers. These are we agreed before we started.
I'm looking at see, you're looking at yards first. I'm looking, and I know Breeze has more touchdowns, but I'm looking at that touchdown interception ratio, and I'm saying, man, I don't know, my boy. I think I'm leaning towards Rodgers.
bro, I'm taking him throwing for all them yards, getting me in scoring position, then scoring.
But yards means that you might have been down a lot. You might have been down a lot in the NFL.
We saw it though.
We did.
It wasn't because of that.
Well, yeah, he had games where he had to carve us out of a hole because we were tripping, bro. But he had games where we destroyed teams. I mean, we just
Right.
completely,
We destroyed most of his career. We were in shootouts. It wasn't us getting destroyed, him trying to come back. It was because, y'all score, we gonna score. We know we have to score a lot. You know what I'm saying?
The Giants game comes to mind, huh?
Absolutely. First thing comes to mind. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's not he didn't spend most of his career with a defense on his team. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think most people probably forget? The game that I just really loved in Drew Brees' career. Boy, when we beat the brakes off of the Patriots that night, boy. When they
I love that game to this day. Yes. No, I don't forget it. I loved it. Because that every time, I don't think he ever lost to the Patriots.
Man.
I don't think he ever lost to the Patriots as a Saint. Because that's why that Rams thing pissed me off so bad, because we finally were going to get it. We were finally going to get the Saints versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and Saints go beat Brady in that Super Bowl. I'm saying I'm not calling Brady to go. I'm calling that man right there to go. And I don't know what to say, bro.
That definitely changes history. I can tell you that if Drew Brees was to beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, bro,
in the Super Bowl, yeah, bro.
That's a game changer.
Like I said, and like you said earlier, man, he could have won a total of 4. He's supposed to have at least 4. You know what I'm saying? And then we tripping. We not even counting the year we had to go to Seattle.
Boy, that had me so drool. Oh my god,
that was bullshit, bro. That was like the worst. That was top worst feelings, worst games that we watched.
We was together on that one. I remember that one.
Yep. And I was at work, so I couldn't act like I wanted to really act when stuff was happening. Man. I'm like, bruh, this is crap. But yeah, man. But yeah, bro, it's getting late. We both got to get to work in the morning. You got some last minute shout outs, my brother.
Well, shout out to you, man. That boy did the show even though him and Mike was arguing about wrestling before we got on here, man. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to all the kids, bro. School's around the corner. We start on Wednesday. What day y'all start? See?
Wednesday.
Yeah, so we start on Wednesday. There's other schools that started already. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year at Lafayette Renaissance. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great year at Northside. Go there this year, kids. Have a different mindset. You are not average. Straight A's. Straight A's. That's the new standard. It's cool to make good grades. Don't let nobody tell you different. Knowledge is power, man. It's power. It can take you places that other things can't take you. So go there, be ready to learn, be locked in. Don't let your friends, people that go to school with you stop you from getting this education, man. They giving it to you. It's free. Take it, learn it, and get a scholarship and go get some more education. And then in the long run, you can live a great life. You have kids that might come. You may be a husband or wife down the road. You're going to want to raise your kids in the best environment. So take this opportunity and understand how crucial it is to your future self. You owe it to the future you. Last but not least, shout out to my brother, man. Fuse, man. Happy birthday, my brother. It's my dog Fuse's birthday, man. Highland Baptist head coach, man. Fuse, I'm definitely going to come to one of your games this year, man. We definitely going to turn up after the season's over. And the last happy birthday shout out is to my other brother, the guy that was arguing with C earlier, my dog Mike, man. His birthday is Thursday, so I won't be on until next week. So happy birthday to my brother Mike, man. He going to Houston, so I won't be able to turn up with you this week. But we're going to turn up another time, man. But happy birthday to my brothers. Shout out to my dog C. Shout out to all his kids. And I'm out, man. Peace.
Man, happy birthday to Mr. So Official himself. Mr. Mike G. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday in advance, my brother. Happy birthday to my son. Y'all saw him earlier.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to him too.
Celebrated his 24th birthday yesterday, man. And you know, he did it big this weekend, bro. We kept the kids and they went on their little vacation. Fun fact, him and his wife had the same exact birthday.
That's crazy. That's crazy. They probably was like, we were meant to be together once.
I swear, bro. I swear that's exactly what I would have said, bro. Because I remember one of my girlfriends, our birthday was 2 days apart, and I was like, oh, this got to be meant to be. It wasn't.
Right.
Nah, man. But last week, shout outs, I was going to my family: Hunter, Morgan, Tori, Christian, Lee, and Elwood. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second. To my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And to my Pap's babies, Marcel Carter, Brian, and Zaria Grace, Brian. Pap, love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. And X, I just looked at the football schedule today. Northside plays LRCA on a Thursday, correct? We play.
Hey, it
says we play y'all there, right?
Okay.
So we play at y'all stadium.
I guess it is what it is.
So if I'm able to do it, because my son plays on Thursdays too.
Okay.
So if I'm able to do it, I'm bringing the broadcast stuff. We setting up in the booth.
We gonna set up. I'm gonna be there with you.
All right. That's why I just want to make sure now. Now, hopefully, I don't know if he's gonna have a game that Thursday, but hopefully he doesn't. That way I can make that game and we can do the broadcast, that simulcast for the Tigers and the Vikings.
I gotta reach out to, and we're gonna make it happen. Now, this broadcast is gonna be a little different. Cause you're gonna be on your side, I'm gonna be on mine. We're gonna be on the same, in the same broadcast, but
yeah,
I'm gonna talk a little different.
It's gonna be definitely. I think it'll make it more entertaining.
Absolutely. And we need to get there, if you can get there early, so we can have some interviews with the kids from both sides, or even the coaches to talk to them.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'm for sure do that. Like I said, it's just pending what our schedule looks like over here at Alamo. Because if it's not, if he got a game, I'm gonna miss it, bro. Right. I'm not gonna miss his game. I'm gonna miss their game.
Right.
But hopefully that's one of them weeks we ain't got no game on a Thursday.
Okay.
All right, man. But yeah, man, that's a wrap, man. Nbs Show. Check us out again next week. Boot up or shut up. You know what I'm talking about?
Peace.